What is up, guys? Yeah, boy, I'm here today with another fantastic deck, and well, this time it's going to be a Malamar but dark type deck that we've created yesterday. And I just want to say this before we're going to start the video. This is, I think, one of the best to watch decks I've ever created, and this is just the funniest idea ever. And I'm still gathering the highlights, so probably today on stream we're going to be playing this deck a little bit more to gather the highlights, so we get like 3 minutes of the video, and I'm just gonna upload the highlights of that deck later this week, because this deck deserves a highlight, because I mean one video will not give it justice. But before we're gonna do that, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more Pokemon trading card game stuff, more decks, more news, more Raven, and more giveaways. So what is the main idea of the deck? Well, actually I have few main ideas. One is Hypnotic Rain, which is using your opponent's Pokemon against themselves. So you just like take their, like, why you're hitting yourself, why you're hitting yourself, why you're hitting yourself. Because we will be discarding Pokemons from their hand, and if we hit really good card, like, for example, Reshizard, we can hit them with 230, we can hit them with their attacks, plus later we can bring back that Pokemon with Surprise Box, use the attack again, and over and over and over. But we need some other options, because Malamar is not the only attacker here. We also do have a Spiritomb, and this, well, you don't really need introduction, right? Spiritomb, Building Spite, Anguish Cry, fantastic attack. But on top of that, if we're gonna discard something that, let's say, we're facing stage 2 deck and we're discarding their stage 1, stage 2s, we can use Get Lost and just outsource them, right? We can try to get rid of their energy and outsource them with Girafarig. So a lot of board control as well. And just to continue that board control, we're gonna have Ninetales. But let's just go card by card, right? So first we have one Ditto, line of 3/3 Inkay Malamar. Of course, if you want, you can play a Psychic Malamar and you can play Mysterious Treasures. I just prefer this Inkay, just to confuse the opponents even more. 2 Spiritombs, 2 Jirachis, 2 Girafarigs, a line of 1/1 Alolan Vulpix and Ninetales, and 1, of course, Tapu Fini with Nature Wave for those Blazeful matchups, right, that you want to, just attack, but also for any Ultra Beast matchups, to be quite fair and honest, which is 100, it's a really nice damage if they're not having anything in their hand currently, and your Spiritombs are not there. Then we have 3 Chip-Chip Axes to further annoy your opponent. Like, we've had games where my opponent had 5 energies in their hand, 2 Charizards, and that was it. So I used Chip-Chip Axe, I just gave him energy every single turn until I just knock him out. 2 Pokégears, 2 Pokémon Communications, 3 Surprise Boxes, so we bring back what we discarded with Malamar to their hand and attack and discard again. 2 switches, because switching is going to be a little bit important, but the most important card, Lavender Town, because we want to be sure that they have the Pokemons in their hand. And honestly, Lavender Town does not hurt us, I mean, at all, because they look at our hand majority of the time and they have no clue what they are facing, they have no clue what can we have, so that is really good card to play. Of course, we got 2 Power Plants for the Mew matchups and Shrine of Punishment. Then we have 4 Cynthias, 1 Cyrus, because again, we'll be using Jirachi quite often, so Cyrus brings back their Pokemons to their hand. And actually what you can do is, if they're playing Reshizard and they're having like bigger bench, they might actually put Reshizard, maybe it's damaged, back to their hand, bam, Malamar from a bench, not only discarding that Reshizard, but also attacking for 230. And maybe if you don't have any more Surprise Boxes, next turn Girafarig and put that into a Lost Zone, right? Of course, against Blacephalon, putting that energy in a Lost Zone hurts them a lot against any Malamar decks or any Naganadel decks. The energy that they have in the discard pile, bam, to the Lost Zone, thank you Girafarig. Then we have 3 Lilies, 2 Elms Lectures, 2 Tate Lizas, and now the most important part, 2 Escape Boards, 2 Hustle Belts for Spiritomb, 2 U-Turn Boards, 4 Rainbow Energies, and 5 Dark type Energies. The whole deck is down there below in the description, you can check it out yourself right now, copy and paste it, wait for the highlight, or just stay with me right now as we're going to be playing those games. We're going to play, as usual, 2 games, and I'm going to tell you what we're doing, but first I have to find that deck, which is over here. It's Malamar Jira and Farig. Of course, there was not enough room for that. We're facing metal type deck. Okay, let's see the coffee. Oh, that is not as good. Okay, so because I've changed the coffee because the last one is, you know, is gone. It gets knocked out into my stomach. So yeah, I had to buy a new one, and this new one is not that good. Do you want to go first or do you want to go second? Yes, you do want to go first. Of course you do want to go first because you want to evolve into that Malamar if you can. We start with Girafarig, but what I'm saying, we've got Elm's Lecture, so we're gonna have a super nice start like that. So we're gonna have a nice bench already. You know, Hustle Belt, we've got Chip-Chip Axe. Maybe Lavender Town would be quite okay. But Elm's Lecture definitely going. And what I'm going to do is Spiritomb and Ditto, right? So we got Spiritomb, Inkay, and Ditto. So I'm not only charging Spiritomb, but in my head, Ditto is going to go with Alolan Ninetales because this is a Lucario right over there. We got Hustle Belt. There we go. Thank you very much. Of course, I'm not using Pokégear because, again, you don't want to use Pokégear when you've already used a supporter. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Chip-Chip Axe. And let's say, I mean, that's a good question right now. Should I give him energy? I mean, yeah, I think energy is like a safe play. Because even if he's going to use Full Metal Wall, it's still quite okay, and he needs 2 energies to actually use a Steel Fist. So I have time right now. I have that additional turn to evolve into Malamar, maybe find Cynthia, get that Lavender Town, and see what is happening. Alright, Girafarig gets Koga's trapped. But that's okay. I mean, honestly, that is a-okay. I think he's just gonna pass the turn. Yep, so he passed the turn. Let's see what we're gonna get here. So we got Tate Liza, which is not bad, but maybe, you know, maybe we can try to find that Cynthia. And there's no Cynthia. Okay, so because there's no Cynthia, now I have to kind of play Tate Liza. So that's what I'm gonna do. Tate Liza, shuffle, get those 5. Of course, this card I also use to get... Oh, there we go, Ninetales. Lavender Town, this is gonna be helpful. Let's say, wow, okay, so I gave him energy to his head and he has 5 energies. Oh boy, that, I mean, I like that. Honestly, I do like that. He knows I've got a Ninetales now. Do I want to bench that Jirachi? That is a good question. I mean, do you bench a Jirachi at this point? And I think it's safe to say you kind of can, but he has 5 energies in his hand. You know what? I just want to leave that one and one bench space. Press done. We're searching for energy. We have Cynthia for the next turn. He's gonna know it because Lavender Town. But, you know, also just in case we've got that Jirachi here. Of course, he's gonna charge with this Steel Fist, so that's gonna be 50 damage coming my way, and that's okay. This knockout is okay. I kind of have to rely... Okay, so he went for the GX. Okay, so I kind of have to right now rely on Ninetales or a Spiritomb. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna rely on one of those. Of course, Jirachi, now I'm gonna bench it because this is, you know, getting closer and closer to a knockout. And look at that. Just look at that. So Girafarig is gonna stay, which is good. Definitely this is good. But for the next turn I have nothing. Let me see. Okay, there's Licky. Okay, so you know what? I'm just gonna Jirachi or Spiritomb. You know what? I'm just gonna play Jirachi. I have one more switch, so Surprise Box, U-Turn Board. Okay. So we got a U-Turn Board. That's actually not bad, because I can play this U-Turn Board on a Malamar. Or on Ninetales, actually. So that's what I'm gonna do. Ninetales is gonna go front. And what are you gonna do about that? Huh? So now I'm stalling a game a little bit just to charge that Spiritomb a little bit more for this additional damage. Of course, he might have custom catchers, but let's be honest, he does not. Right, so Steel Fist, nothing happens. Now he kind of realizes what is going on. Of course, Heavy Impact, that's 150. Oh, Pokémon Communication, another Malamar. Of course, yes please, another Malamar. I mean, I kind of want him to have something really good in his hand. But that's only a Licky, and that is a stage 1, right? So, not really something that I'm gonna use. We've got it. Alright. I've got a Rainbow Energy as well. Okay, let's just, you know, start attacking. I mean, it's not gonna be the biggest damage for until we get heads. I mean, I can paralyze, but he has only energy, so let's just go. 80 damage. He does not have any way to heal, and we're gonna have a fully charged Spiritomb. Of course, he's getting a knockout. Okay, goggles, sure. But let's not forget, you know, all the time I have Ninetales as an active that I can retreat. And also, he might draw, well, he might draw Melcario or anything like that from prize cards. That's why Lavender Town is quite crucial here. Let's see, that's another Licky and that he has here. So I can either attack with Spiritomb or I can just attack with that Licky of his. That is a good question, actually. Right, definitely, you know, energy is gonna go on Malamar. Definitely here. And you know what, Lillie, draw of 2, that's not bad. We've got another Spiritomb. Alright, so I know my strategy right now. So I'm just gonna be building Spite. I'm building Spite, and I'm kind of attacking with that Spiritomb. Anguish Cry. That's 160 damage. And we are only 20 damage away. And we've got a Surprise Box, and we've got Malamar ready to go. I mean, plus we still got a Spiritomb. Alright, that's a game. That's a GG. Like, Lavender Town, I exactly know what he has. He did not discarded anything. There's nothing that can happen. He just knows. I wished for that Melcario, actually. I kind of hope that we're gonna get him, but... Well, I mean, win is a win, right? Definitely did not expect something like that to happen. There we go. A nice, fresh win. Game number 2, come on. And I mean, honestly, this is like you combine being an ass. Like, honestly, you know, you combine being a douchebag with a control deck, with just, you know, being this older brother that takes your hand and just, you know, like slaps you with it. Like, that's honestly what the deck is. It's super annoying, and of course, you know, you can just build on top of that. You can add more you can add more Spiritombs, you can add more Malamars, you can add so much stuff. Like, you can add Peeking Red card. Like, for me, it was not really working, but you can add that, right? And you can build on top of that. And we're waiting for our opponent to load the game. I mean, I know our deck is super cool, but come on, opponent. Like, it's like, this is, you know, this is the problem with people playing on like a mobile phone, because that is honestly someone playing on a mobile phone, not on a dedicated tablet or not on, you know, a laptop. Because now, well, I'm recording, right, and I can either just, can I just concede? Yeah, okay, I'm just gonna concede. It's okay, and let's play. I mean, that's one way to win games, actually. annoying way, but that is one of the ways. So looking for opponent, let's see what we're gonna find, who we're gonna find, and what type of deck. Definitely no, I have not played a Mew like against that Malamar. I want to play that so bad. Hopefully we're gonna do it today on stream, because I mean honestly, imagine this with Mew. Like you can bring back whatever GX they have and just use that GX against them, and they do have Reshizards, they do have all of that stuff. So just try to imagine that. It's crazy good. Is it a new tier 1? That's a good question. Is it a new tier 1? Honestly, I believe something like that, an idea like that might actually be maybe not a tier 1, but an upper tier 2, just running there, coming there, being super close, because it really kind of struggles against the baby decks, but against, you know, tag teams is a fantastic deck. Already Girafarig, there we go. Mega Sableye and Tyranitar. Problem is we're going second now, so I kind of have to just wait a bit, right? You know, I have to get to what I need to have. So definitely, you know, this Jirachi is going to be quite okay here. Of course, we've got Ninetales in the deck, so that's going to be okay as well. Girafarig, and if he's going to be discarding the energy, I can actually try to outsource him during those first few turns. Because I mean, getting rid of, you know, their energy is going to hurt, right? It's going to hurt them quite badly. Cynthia. Turn 1 Cynthia. We drew the energy. I've got the Fini, and what this literally does is I can start attacking, but more important right now for me is getting that Inkay. Oh, I'm so sorry for that. Right, so we've got that Inkay. Not really anything that I can discard, so what I'm going to do is play Stellar Wish first. What do we got? We got Cynthia. Let's take Pokémon Communication. Okay. Energy on Inkay. And unfortunately, I have to pass that turn, right? So he is going to have Weevil, Naganadel, maybe even 2 Naganadels. And Darkrai Umbreon. He is going to have that. That's a problem, you know, you want to go first with this deck. Like, going first is so important that you have no idea. And he is going to have a knockout. Elm's Lecture, also quite crucial card during those early stages. Dedenne. Okay, Dedenne back to the deck. Weevil GX. And this is going to be a knockout on Jirachi, unfortunately. And, well, we're going to be searching, right? We're going to be searching for something. Yep, that's Black Lance. Of course, nothing on a bench. And Inkay. Alright, Chip-Chip Axe. I mean, Cherish Ball is, you know, gonna be a waste of a draw for him, so that's what I'm gonna do. And Cynthia. We got Fini, Malamar. Okay, great. We got some options. But I have no idea what he has, so... I'm scared a little bit to risk what he can have in his hand. So I'm gonna attack with Fini. There is Naganadel in play. So Nature Wave, 100 damage. Because I mean, that's kind of the thing. You're a little bit scared if they have something or not. I know he has a Cherish Ball right now in hand that he is discarding with at the Viridian Forest. I mean, Lavender Town, like we have to hit Lavender Town, or maybe Shrine of Punishment, one of two. Like he is only taking one prize card. Okay, now I'm like 100% sure that he has something. Sneasel, okay, so he's gonna have what, another Weevil? Naganadel, okay. So I'm more than 100% sure that there is a GX there. It might not be, I might be super stupid about that, but I feel like there is. And I boy hope that is Mega Sableye and Tyranitar. Girafarig, Pokégear, Cynthia. So, you know, the problem is we're not drawing quite well. We went second, so we are back against the wall. But look at that. There goes Spiritomb. There goes Alolan Vulpix. Okay. A Rainbow Energy on a Spiritomb. Chip-Chip Axe. I mean, Reset Stamp is not bad. So I have two options. I can either risk or not. And you know what? Who does not risk does not drink champagne. Oh crap. And we only got Poipole. Oof. But I mean, you know, 20 is 20. I'm gonna take it. Oh boy. I mean, you have to risk it sometimes, right? You just have to risk it sometimes. So now my hunt goes for the Ninetales, right? Ninetales and some type of board on it. And I know we're gonna be around that time when he is going to have those 3 prize cards. Okay, but and a Hustle Belt, like I have to find a Hustle Belt at the same time. Oh, is he going to try to play Scoop Up? It worked. Scoop Up worked. Oh boy. Greedy Crush. Yeah, that. And we have a U-Turn board, so I can play that Spiritomb. So there goes a board. And there goes Lillie. Okay, come on, Stellar Wish. Yeah, I messed it up with the U-Turn board. That was a misplay, and yeah. That is gonna cost me a game. No, like, I know I can concede it. This one misplay cost me a game, and you know, just everything went bad in this game, you know, from going second to just really bad draws early on. And, you know I risk a little bit, but it's okay. I mean, it happens sometimes, you know, maybe if there was a game 2, we'd actually be able to pull it off a little bit better. But let's go to game number 3 now, with a different opponent, which is Koyo. Yes, I would like to start first. Go first, sorry. And let's go. Well, I won't say, look at that, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's not a good hand. Because, I mean, we got Lavender Town. If that would be an Inkay, I would be like, oh, okay, could have been worse. I've seen worse. But I mean, let's see what it has inside. We got Girafarig, we got Spiritomb. Okay, Girafarig, I'm going first, so Girafarig has to go front. But we've got Lavender Town and Chip-Chip Axe, so really good. A really good turn on my side over here. But also, if that is something like, for example, Reshazad, I'm not going to play just Power Plant, but okay, look at that. So the Dene already is on the board. That's good. Let's look what he has in his hand. Okay, I exactly know what it is. This is Blaze Falon. Yep. They have to just go away. So definitely know Tapu Fini is going to be a nice card to play in this game. Girafarig as well, if he's gonna be discarding some energy. Hustle Belt, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We've got almost everything I needed. Look at that, U-Turn Board, there we go. Spiritomb, whacking that Spiritomb, there we go. And I can just, you know, pass the turn. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. We're gonna have a nice knockout next turn on that Dedenne, so that those are 2 prize cards. And I know he drew Beast Ring. Of course there is Welder, but this makes him play a Welder on Poipole. Which is quite important, right, to me. Because I know he's not going to play that on the Dedenne. He would be crazy to play energy on that Dedenne. And I think he's going to play only 1. Or maybe 2, you know, not to waste that Welder. But yeah, there goes 2. Okay, draw 3. Lavender Town still in play. Of course, we don't have Inkay. We don't have... Majority of his deck are basics. Let's be quite honest about that. Majority are basics. So he's going to play them. There's not going to be a full bench. So now we're going to go with a little bit of Spiritomb. A little bit of the bubbly. As Chris Jericho says. Mysterious Treasure. Okay. Not discarding the energy yet. And I have to count that. So we're going to have 3 damage counts. So that's 100. 60. Okay, we have exactly the amount we need to knock out the Dene next turn. Plus the U-Turn Board. And he's going for a Poipole. Alright, so we kind of made him use Mysterious Treasure for that Poipole. So he does not have 3, but only 2. Which is good. And no Blaze in sight. Whew. Okay, that's still okay. That's still good. No Blaze in sight. Okay, energy from hand, and that might be a turn. Okay, so we have a knockout on the Dene, which is... wait, come on. Energy goes here, because it's a rainbow. Building Spite. Okay. Building Spite, you can't forget about Building Spite. Alright, we got a free retreat cost, so... I can play Cynthia, I don't have to use that switch, we can use that switch later. And we've got Shrine of Punishment. Out of all the things, wait. Definitely one Inkay. Let's look with Lavender Town. Shrine. Shrine of Punishment, But, you like, I'm gonna leave it like that. And that should be a knockout. And it is. Alright, so we got a knockout. 2 prize cards. And I played that... So I played that Shrine of Punishment. Just because if he's gonna have the Blaze Falon, we are going to slowly attack him, right? We are going to slowly deal damage to him. Of course he can knock us out quite easily. Right now, like, this is not gonna be, you know, something, wow, he knocked us out. It's easy knockout for him on the Spiritomb, but 2 energies are gonna drop into a discard pile, which next turn I can actually get rid of with Girafarig. I can just put that into a lost zone if I want to, because he is going to, actually 3, because he's gonna play Naganadel, bring back that energy with charging up, So there are kind of ways for me to play around it. But also, you know, let's not forget it, we kind of need that Fini right now. Plus, I mean, you know, once I'm gonna knock out Naganadel, I can start using, you know, Mystery Treasure plus Malamar, of course. Beast Ring, okay, so ooh. Beast Ring already? Okay. I mean, you know, that's not a bad play, right? You know, you want to have a lot of energy on the board. You might have a Blacephalon. You can still, you know... Oh, Jesus. You can still attach that energy. Yeah, so I think he's just gonna retreat and start attacking with Blacephalon. I mean, you know, him attacking with Blaze right now would... Well, I mean, he would risk some. Let me count here. So that would be 40. Okay, so he's not attacking with Blaze. Okay. So Girafarig. We've got Malamar. Okay, another Inkay. So I mean, I can either sack Inkay and play another one and just wait, or I can attack with Spiritomb. There are honestly two options right now for me. Because if I'm going to attack with Spiritomb, that's a knockout here. I'm going down to 3 prize cards, but then... You know what? No, we're just going to sack Inkay. Building Spite. And pass the turn. Because, I mean, I'm dealing damage there to that. Blacephalon, and I'm still trying, you know, to find the Tapu Fini that we need, you know, maybe Pokémon Communication, maybe something like that will help me. And, you know, we are single prize attackers, so I can sack stuff. Like, it's a-okay. I might even find Ninetales and Vulpix. Right? Like, he can, you know, he can add all the energy in the world at this point right now. He's only taking 1 prize card at a time. And I know he's not going to give us that Blacephalon. So what is going to be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 energy on the board already. I think he's playing 12. Alright, yeah, turning point. Fair enough. Okay, and it's like, this is the problem now. I have no idea what he has in his hand. Yep, let's just knock it out. Let's just knock out that Naganadel. I mean, Shrine is slowly now working there. We have a prize, that's an energy. I mean, I could have sacked another Inkay, but I mean, you know, this is one of those times when you either attack or not. And, well, next I can either play, you know, I can play that Girafarig, but he has so much energy on the board right now that it's just pointless to play Girafarig and get rid of that energy. If the energy would be in the discard pile before B-Strings, super cool, we can get rid of that. You know, if you would actually attack for a lot of energy and start with Blacephalon, also Girafarig would be a really cool play. But now, well, I don't know what is in his hand. And look at that, like still Naganadel, right? Now attacking with the Naganadel. That is really interesting. And I know I have that Fini in my deck. And I'm keeping this Malamar just in case we drew Pokémon Communication, right? Just maximizing my chances over here, just hoping for everything. There goes Naganadel, he's gonna bring probably back the energy, and that's a knockout. So he played Blaze. Welder, okay. So the question is, do you... Okay, there's Heatran. Like, that's what I want to say. Do you risk him having something? And I think he just drew this Heatran. Alright, charging up. I mean, he might retreat an attack with Heatran. Like, that's also a possibility. But I think it's just gonna be... Yep. It's just gonna be a little bit cocky here. Alright, I've got a Ditto. Okay, it's not a bad option, to be quite honest. Wait, I have three... Wait. I just realized something. Turning Point. Surprise Box. I have a knockout with Malamar here. Oh, screw it. I mean... Let's see what you got. There we go. I have 3 prize cards, which means 160. Get out of here. 160 damage coming. Of course, now I have less. But we drew Cynthia. Where is the Fini? I mean, all resources. Guys, finding that Fini. Getting that Fini. She is somewhere in a deck. That's what we know. That's what my intel tells me. I've called them, they're like, Raven, there is in the deck. I'm like, thank you, Timmy. He goes like, no problem, Raven. I'm like, alright, that's really cool. And what is he going to do? I mean, he still has the GX attack, so I have to play like he has 2 prize cards, right? Like, that's how I have to play that game. He has no Pokemons in hand. I know that. There goes Hapus. He might discard something that I will be able to use. Hopefully he's gonna discard something that I can use. So let's see what he's going to pick. Come on. Come on. Discard like Reshizat, dude, and I'm just gonna BAM! Knock you out. No, I'm not, but let's look. Oh my, okay, I mean, now the strategy just changed. So what I want to do is Surprise Box for that Naganadel, and we're winning a game, just knocking out that Blacephalon. So we have right now 2 strategies that we can win with, right? So either we're gonna draw Fini, or are we just gonna draw Surprise Box? How many Surprise Box there are in a deck? There are still 2. I mean, it's 34 cards. It's gonna be super hard to pull this off, but I mean, we have time, right? We have a little bit of time. So Mind Blown, of course, you know, the energy is gonna go away. Those are 2, of course. I'm playing Malamar front, like I'm just playing him like there's no tomorrow. We got a Surprise Box. I mean, come on. There goes. Ladies and gentlemen, there goes. Not even joking. There goes Blazefalon. Let's take that injection. We're gonna bam, 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 Venus shot and win the game. Look at that. Hypnotic Rain. He has no idea what is happening. Has no idea what's coming. And let's just win the game against Blazefalon. So, is this deck a tier 1? Hands down it is. I mean, come on. Blazefalon, look at that. Look at that. What a victory. What a win. What a fantastic, fantastic deck that is. And guys, if you want to try that deck out, there's down there below in the description. You can just copy and paste it. Thank you so much for watching that video. There's going to be a highlight of top decks like that, because as you can see, this deck is just rocking. It has a really good donking potential. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to, you know, down there below is 5% discount, 5 on any code with purchase on Professor Oak, which supports this channel. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye, mwah, and good night. Raven loves ya. Bye.